This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this June 23rd. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins. It is Take Your Dog to Work Day, so be on guard for that.
Yeah, I'd love to see some pictures of that. That'd be pretty cool, just so I can get some good enjoyment of little dogs. It'll work.
Let's get to the forecast now for this Friday and the weekend from meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, we're looking at a little bit less of a rain chance this afternoon. There'll be some showers around, well, I should say late in the evening, not necessarily the afternoon. I think most of the daylight hours is going to be rain-free and mostly sunny as well. The showers will occur late in the day, similar to what happened yesterday, and there'll just be fewer of them. Drier air aloft's the reason. Take a look at the satellite right now, and you can see plenty of blue sky out there. Radar pretty quiet as well across the region. We are looking at a daytime high that'll top out again warm in the lower 90s, and the rain chance, well, late in the day, in the evening hours and early nighttime hours, maybe only 10–20%. That'll be mostly inland. Complete forecast details for maybe a little bit wetter weekend coming up in just a few.
Okay, talk soon. Thanks, John. Showing some congestion there around State Road 70 and also US 301 southbound. Be aware of that this morning. Farther south now into Sarasota. Yeah, Bee Ridge, awfully busy for 6 o'clock in the morning. Of course, there's 1,000 orange barrels, a construction project ongoing there, as you probably already know. And then farther south, we'll check that all clear at 6:02 on your Friday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, the Senate health care plan crafted behind closed doors has been revealed, but it's been met with opposition.
That's for sure. Protesters filled the halls inside Capitol Hill, where Democrats are angry over the secrecy, they say, of how the bill was crafted. And even some Republicans admit the bill may not have the votes it needs. Janae Norman has the latest.
The Senate Republican health care bill, drawn up in secrecy and kept under lock and key, finally revealed.
Obamacare is a direct attack on the middle class.
But it was met with chaos on Capitol Hill as angry protesters, many in wheelchairs, argued Americans like them are the ones under attack by the new bill.
The government wants to kill me.
President Trump called the House version of the health care bill, quote, mean, but Democrats say the Senate plan is meaner.
The president said the Senate bill needed heart. The way this bill cuts health care is heartless.
Have enough heart, Mr. President?
A little negotiation, but it's going to be very good.
Under the proposed Senate bill, Americans would no longer be required to have health insurance. They could buy coverage with tax credits based on level of income, and some could end up paying a lot more for less. The Senate bill also proposes major cuts to Medicaid, rolling back Obamacare's expansion. Right now, the program covers 1 out of 5 Americans. Wealthy Americans, on the other hand, come out winners. They get sizable tax cuts.
The only reason these cuts to Medicaid are in this bill at all is to pay for tax cuts to the wealthiest Americans.
The Senate bill would also give states the ability to drop the requirement that insurers cover essential services like maternity care, drug and mental health treatment, and emergency room visits. Their bill allows states to opt out of requiring insurance companies to cover those with pre-existing conditions. Republicans can only afford to lose 2 votes to pass the bill, and at this point, more than that have said they can't support the plan in its current form. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Those against the health care bill say it could be disastrous for over 3 million Floridians covered by Medicaid. Starting in 2020, the measure would limit federal funds that states get each year for that program. Currently, states receive all the money needed to cover eligible recipients and procedures. The new bill would lock in Medicaid rates, forcing the state to lower enrollment, reduce benefits, or cut other areas of the budget.
President Trump is now setting the record straight on hints that he recorded conversations with ex-FBI Director James Comey. It began over a month ago when the president tweeted, "James Comey better hope that there are no tapes of their conversations before he starts leaking to the press." In a tweet yesterday, the president said he had no idea whether there are tapes or recordings of the conversations. He went on to say he did not make or have any such recordings. A federal law states that presidential recordings belong to the public and can be made public. The House committee investigating Russian meddling set a Friday deadline for the White House to hand over any tapes.
The American college student detained in North Korea for the past year was laid to rest yesterday after he died in an Ohio hospital this week following his release. Thousands gathered in Wyoming, Ohio for a memorial service at Otto Warmbier's High School. The 22-year-old returned home in a coma last week from North Korea after 17 months in captivity. He died surrounded by his family, but the community remembering him for his kindness and compassion.
He was just a great role model for everybody in the way he carried himself on and off the field.
He was a consummate team player, always cared more about the results of how everyone else was doing other than himself.
A coroner is still trying to determine Warmbier's cause of death. Relatives say they were told the 22-year-old University of Virginia student had been in a coma since shortly after he was sentenced to prison in North Korea in March of 2016 for allegedly stealing a poster while on a trip in Pyongyang. And a North Carolina man who fired a rifle inside a Washington, D.C. restaurant has been sentenced to 4 years in prison. Edgar Welch was sentenced in federal court where he pleaded guilty in March to entering the Comet Ping Pong restaurant with a rifle and revolver. He said he drove there to investigate a conspiracy theory about Hillary Clinton and her campaign chief running a child trafficking ring in the restaurant. Only one shot was fired. Thankfully, no one was injured.
Tracking the tropics now, Cindy is now moving north as a tropical depression. The storm made landfall near the border of Texas and Louisiana yesterday morning. It brought strong winds and heavy rain to the Gulf. Storm experts in Fairfield, Alabama are looking into the possibility a tornado caused some of this damage. 3 were taken to the hospital with injuries.
We had some injury, but non-life-threatening at the time. We're still trying to get the full scope of the damage across the city.
Flooding remains a concern for the next several days throughout that region. Up to 15 inches of rain are expected in some areas through the end of today.
In Palm Beach County, one burglar is regretting being caught with his pants down, literally. Take a look at this. The sheriff's office is releasing surveillance video that shows the suspect suffering a bit of a wardrobe malfunction. Take a look at the subtitles on your screen. While he made for his getaway vehicle after robbing more than $500 worth of items from the backseat of an unlocked car, his pants literally fell down. Sheriff's deputies are asking for help, though, identifying those burglars. And the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission is helping communities across the state buy more bear-resistant trash cans. More than $800,000 was awarded to various counties this year to help people pay for the more expensive cans. The money was raised through licenses issued for a 2015 bear hunt and also from proceeds of the Conserve Wildlife license plate that you've probably seen around. Seminole, Lake, and Orange County each received $200,000, while 8 other counties split the remainder of the funds.
If you look at the calls that we receive from the public, vast majority of those concern bears getting into garbage. So if we can solve the garbage issue, we solve a lot of the human-bear conflicts that folks in Florida are experiencing.
From the forest to the panhandle, nearly 4,000 black bears live in the state of Florida.
Looking for a part-time job? Well, the South Florida Museum needs a few new employees with very unusual job requirements. They're looking for people to dress as Snooty in new mascot costumes. They need a few dedicated, talented volunteers to take turns wearing the costume to help the staff teach the public about sea cows. You interested in this?
They're so cute.
The real Snooty turns 69 years old next month and is the oldest living manatee in captivity. So mascot applications, Jacqueline, are due by June the 30th.
I will apply for my new weekend job.
And a photographer in Gainesville wasn't the only one snapping when an alligator approached him in Paynes Prairie yesterday. The photographer was sitting by a pond with his camera set up on a tripod when the gator came right up to him and bit the tripod. It then tried walking over the equipment to get closer to the photographer, who scrambled away, to put it mildly. The encounter didn't stop him from taking a picture, though. He pulled out his cell phone to catch it all on camera. He still stayed in that area. The gator eventually seems to get bored by it all and slides ever so gently back into the water from where it came.
That gator's like, get out of my home. This is my area, being very territorial.
Brave photographer to stand by and take a picture.
I know. I would have booked it out.
I'd be in the car.
Yeah, me too. I think I'd search the internet if I wanted a gator picture.
Yeah.
That's close enough.
That's close enough.
Yes.
Showers in the forecast, better chances over the weekend. We'll talk about it in a sec.
Also, Lido Beach residents are concerned about the damage that could be done by foot traffic from upcoming boat race spectators.
We'll tell you what one group of volunteers is doing to try and keep the sand dunes and their vegetation safe after this.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. It turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
As a singer-songwriter, it's all about creating high-performance art that moves people. Same is true in making gorgeous cars. Fiat designs it. You're the artist.
Choose your palette just about any color combo inside out. No small wonder, state-of-the-art style Fiat.
Now this moves me.
Let the art of Fiat move you at Fiat of Sarasota.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Looking at an air temperature coming in at 73 degrees, we have a dew point coming in at 71. Dew points are still warm at the surface. In other words, there's still lots of humidity around, lots of moisture in our air. But aloft, we've had a little bit of drier air move in. We have some starry skies out there, and as we head into dawn, we're going to see a lot of sunshine around, I think. 74 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia, Myakka. Parrish comes in at 73, 74 in Bradenton. Lakewood Ranch comes in at 74, 78 degrees Longboat Key, 73 Sarasota, as I mentioned, 76 degrees in Venice, 77 in Inglewood, and Northport coming in at 76 with Punta Gorda at 73. We are looking at fairly dry conditions across the Suncoast this morning. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Now, we did have some late showers coming through here. Well, the last one kind of exited around 11 o'clock last night, 11:30. So some of the roadways may be still a little bit moist, and the humidity is high. I noticed that it was kind of difficult to wipe the windshields this morning because the humidity kept the moisture kept returning on the windshield. High humidity and with a little air conditioner running, that's all it takes to need those intermittents. That's just an indication of how humid it is at the surface. What we need to do to get the showers going again is to get a little humidity aloft. And we'll be able to do that as we head into the weekend. But for today, the drier air has kind of limited the number of showers that are being produced at this hour of the morning. Down on the southern tip of the state, and we do have a better chance at seeing some rainfall. Certainly in the northern half of the state, rainfall will be scarce to find today. Hot, hazy, and humid is the forecast basically for us this Friday. We have a lot of dry air in place aloft, but over the weekend that will erode away and we'll start to return to more typical summertime rain chances. As we head into next week, I think we'll have even a little higher than average rain chances for this time of year, and the reason for that is this trough of low pressure, this frontal boundary located back to the west, will advance in this direction. It will team up with the what's left over of Cindy, a tropical depression now, and eventually just a low pressure area completely absorbed by that frontal boundary as it approaches, wringing out even more moisture through the Ohio Valley and down through parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, and into the lower Mississippi Valley as well today. That frontal boundary will eventually, by next week, stall out over North Florida. And that will help to destabilize our atmosphere and bring us slightly better rain chances for several days in a row, looks like. So we get the 3 H's today, hot, hazy, and humid. An isolated shower late in the day, mostly inland, and I think probably in the evening, and then better rain chances over the weekend. You can see that dry air here indicated on the water vapor imagery, mostly aloft, and that is starting to erode away back to the east, and eventually over the weekend we'll see those rain chances bump from the 10% that we have today to about 30% on both Saturday and Sunday. But then next week, with that front stalling out, our rain chances bump up to about 60%. So it looks like we'll have a lot of scattered rainfall in the afternoons next week. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at traffic, looks like the Green Bridge seeing an increase in traffic as you're heading into downtown Bradenton. Also, State Road 70 heading towards 301 and 301 heading southbound. I-75, though, looking pretty good as we head into Sarasota County. Not a whole lot going on there. Biggest slowdowns on Bee Ridge and Clark Road as you're heading towards the interstate. 41 looking clear as we head into South County. Pretty quiet throughout that area. It's 6:17 on your Friday morning. As the Lido Beach shoreline continues to recede, some residents worry more damage could be done during the upcoming offshore races.
Yeah, tens of thousands will jam what's left of Lido Beach to watch next weekend's races. Our Jess Dowdrick shows us how the government plans to help.
While Camille Schwabe is excited that Sarasota is hosting the boat races, she's worried that there's not enough beach to host everyone.
The concern will be to protect the existing dunes. There'll be shots of pathways that have been made in the past that you should not use.
When beachgoers cut through the dunes on Lido Beach, even on these sandy paths, it makes the beach more susceptible to damage and erosion.
The dune systems are really formed by wind-blown sand accumulating over many, many years, and really what holds that in place is the dune vegetation. So when people are walking across the dunes, they're actually killing off the vegetation.
This July 4th weekend, Sarasota County and the Lido Key Residents Association have a game plan.
One of the new real key things that we're trying to do this year is actively start to educate the public on why we're taking these measures.
These signs were put up all across Lido Beach. In addition, rope is going up to protect the dunes along Benjamin Franklin Parkway. And temporary fencing will go up along both sides of the dune system near the beach and the parking lots. The Lido Key Residents Association is looking for volunteers to direct visitors onto the right pathways, away from the dunes.
Of course, we ask our residents of Lido Key to participate and volunteer and help, but it's not just our beach. It's the city's beach, it's the city's citizens' beach.
And so Lido Beach doesn't look like Siesta Key did on Memorial Day weekend. The county is taking preventative measures, like placing these signs across the beach.
We're going to be handing out trash bags to large parties. So this way we can try to encourage them to utilize those bags rather than leaving things on the beach.
It's a joint effort that needs the public's help to keep our beaches and coastlines healthy this holiday weekend. Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
This will be your first weekend boat race.
It will be. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how much boats are going to be out there. Lots of people. I'm looking forward to it. We'll be out there for sure.
Yeah, biggest event of the year, I would think, in this area. Huge. Next weekend. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the latest in the sexual assault case against Bill Cosby.
We'll tell you why members of the jury are now speaking out. Stay with us. We'll have that story coming up.
These are our heroes. They have sacrificed so much to serve our country. And now Granny Nannies is truly honored to serve them. We're here and we're ready to help. Call us today.
I love big bling for little Ching. That's why I only wear Spectralite diamonds from Created Gems, or I wear nothing at all.
What's a nice Jewish girl to do when she can't introduce her WASP boyfriend to her conservative parents? Hire an actor. Hilarious and insightful, Beau Jest is at the Players Center June 14th through the 25th, and it's your ticket to a sizzling summer. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit theplayers.org. Don't miss Beau Jest.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, I'm gonna make it. Give me my chance, this is my chance, I'm gonna take it.
The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
This Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Minute is brought to you by Sarasota Ford.
The Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix was first organized in 1985. What began as an annual beach picnic for local children with special needs has expanded into an 11-day festival with the races televised to more than 100 countries. The entire festival is produced by Suncoast Charities for Children. The Grand Prix not only generates revenue for charity, but also a significant economic impact. Last year's event generated an economic impact of $37 million.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the blingiest of them all? You are, with Spectralite diamonds, all gorgeous and affordable. Only found at Created Gems, where you always get big bling for little Ching.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at GrannyNannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Nice day beginning here. We've seen so much rain. We're due for some sunshine. Looks like a good start.
Oh man, I have not seen a good sunrise in a while. We've had so many clouds covered up in the sky. That looks beautiful this morning.
I got plans for a sunset cruise birthday party for a friend tonight. I'm so glad the weather is looking better than it was earlier in the week.
Sounds nice. Sounds like a good Friday evening.
Yeah, 6:23. Welcome back. It's Friday morning.
We're now starting to hear from jurors in Bill Cosby's sexual assault case.
Although the case wound up in a mistrial last week, some jurors aren't happy with the outcome. ABC's Diane Macedo tells us why.
In this morning's GMA First Look, one of the jurors in Bill Cosby's sexual assault trial speaking out, saying there's no need for a second trial.
It would be a waste of money because the man has already suffered the loss of his career and earnings over the past 11 years. It's done. It's settled.
Thank you. The juror spoke to ABC's Pittsburgh affiliate, WTAE, on the condition of anonymity. He wouldn't say how he voted during deliberations, but did say he questioned how the trial was affecting the 79-year-old's health.
I wondered if he was going to be able to finish because he looked really weathered.
Coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New Jersey.
Quaker knows morning snacks should be full of delicious ingredients. That's why we made Quaker breakfast squares with our hearty oats, sweet fruit purees, or creamy peanut filling to help fill you up. New Quaker breakfast squares.
Pain can really be a distraction. Pain is sometimes in my hands, right before a performance especially.
Only Aleve has the strength to stop minor arthritis pain for up to 12 hours with just one pill.
This is my pain, but I am stronger.
Aleve, all day strong.
We don't sell bread, milk, or eggs. We're pet food specialists, not a pet food warehouse. our only department is the pet department. We can help you customize the perfect nutrition plan. Even ship it for free. At Petco, we sell Nutro, made with non-GMO ingredients and no artificial flavors. Because feeding clean is eating well. And right now, get $10 off large bags.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
As a singer-songwriter, it's all about creating high-performance art that moves people. Same is true in making gorgeous cars. Fiat designs it. You're the artist.
Choose your palette, just about any color combo inside out. No small wonder, state-of-the-art style Fiat.
Now this moves me.
Let the art of Fiat move you at Fiat of Sarasota.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, a tragic shooting ends with one brother killing another. What neighbors are saying after the fatal incident.
Plus, too many home runs at a Bradenton park causing damage to nearby homes beyond the outfield fence. We'll tell you what option the park is facing.
And Moat Marine volunteers are helping sea turtle hatchlings. We'll tell you how many they've released so far. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins. June 23rd, we have made it together to Friday. Began the week kind of crummy and ends with a nice little sunrise in progress, John.
Yeah, we got some drier air aloft. That's going to actually limit our rain shower chances. I thought I heard you earlier on say that you were going to take a little sunset cruise this evening, Ray?
Yeah, a friend rented a boat for a birthday, a catamaran, so nice evening.
Nice. I didn't get my invite. But,
Me neither, John. It's okay. It's all right. Me neither.
But the long and short of it is it should be very beautiful for that, Ray. I think the sunset this evening should not be marred too much by any kind of showery activity. A lot of blue sky out there. We do have some showers out in Gulf waters. Those showers out in Gulf waters are kind of what's left over from yesterday's rain showers. They're not a problem for us this morning. Morning commute absolutely rain-free. A lot of blue sky out there, a lot of sunshine today, but it will be a warm, humid, muggy kind of afternoon. Daytime highs topping out in the low 90s once again, and we will see better rain chances as we head into the weekend. Move into the weekend. We'll talk all about that coming up in a few. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. There's the roads right now in Manatee County. Some buildup on 301 southbound as you cross over State Road 70. Farther south on the maps now in Sarasota, one long line of congestion already on Bee Ridge, where there's an ongoing major construction project there, much to nearby businesses' dismay. And 41, some congestion around Business 41 in Venice. 6:30 right now on your Friday morning.
Topping our news this morning, a sad story here. A Bradenton boy is dead after police say he was accidentally shot by his brother.
Our Rick Adams talked to neighbors who are shocked by the incident.
It's very shocking. Very shocking.
Very close to where an unthinkable shooting took place. Bradenton police say it appears that a boy accidentally shot his brother with a gun in the 300 block of 12th Avenue West.
Really upset that it happened so close to me, and I have a little granddaughter. She's down there with me, and they were out.
When officers arrived on the scene after 1 o'clock Thursday afternoon, they discovered 12-year-old Abraham Luna shot inside the home. He later died at Manatee Memorial Hospital. Folks who live near the home say they are very saddened by what happened.
I just feel very heartbroken about that, about a sibling shooting another sibling. So I think it's very heartbreaking.
Law enforcement is reminding owners of firearms to keep them secure and out of the reach of children.
Everybody needs to keep those weapons out of their reach because they need to be safe. You don't want this to happen. You don't want this to happen to anybody.
In Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
A Manatee County Animal Services worker is facing an animal cruelty charge after he left a dog in a hot van overnight. Sheriff investigators say last month this man, Frederick Browning, picked up 3 dogs during his shift. Now, 2 dogs had died before he got them. When his shift ended, he dropped off the 2 dead dogs at Animal Services, but left the 3rd dog inside the van. It was found dead by another employee the next day. An investigation revealed the dog died of heat stroke. Browning told investigators he was in a rush and forgot to get the dog.
It was very clear in the beginning that Mr. Browning was very upset. He acknowledged that he made a huge mistake. It was a tragic accident. Didn't remember that this dog was still in a cage inside the vehicle. We didn't get the feeling at all that he intended to purposely harm this animal.
Just the same, the state attorney's office decided to press charges after the investigation. Browning has resigned from Animal Services. They now have a new policy saying a second worker will inspect vehicles after they return to the shelter.
A long-running legal battle between the city of Sarasota and the American Civil Liberties Union of Florida over homelessness is now over. A federal judge approved a settlement between the two yesterday. The vice president of the ACLU filed a lawsuit against the city 2 years ago on behalf of 6 homeless people. The lawsuit claimed officers violated the Constitution by citing the homeless for sleeping outdoors. Under a joint stipulation, the city is now required to provide access to beds to those without shelter. But if beds are not available, the homeless cannot be punished for sleeping outdoors. The city also agrees to pay the plaintiffs $1,000 each.
A Ringling Brothers train car has been damaged after it caught fire yesterday. A company was trying to dispose of the retired train car when a spark caused a fire to break out. The North River Fire District answered back with 3 engines and 9 firefighters. That fire has since been extinguished and is no longer an issue this morning.
An art collection that unites 3 cities in our region will open this week at the Ringling Museum of Art in Sarasota. The Skyway Contemporary collaboration is a joint art exhibit between the Ringling, the MFA St. Pete, and the Tampa Museum of Art. It's the first time all 3 venues have worked on an exhibit together. All the artwork was created by artists from the greater Tampa Bay area. The exhibit received 300 submissions, and of those, only 57 were chosen.
It was a really tough jurying process, and it really made us aware of just the amazing amount of work that's being done here, the incredible artists we actually have in our community.
The exhibit will open this Saturday, June 24th and run until October 15th. Starting today, Sarasota County is hosting a series of workshops to get feedback on revised transportation requirements. The need for more roads will become an increasing issue as development continues across our area. The county wants to hear from residents on their thoughts of the proposed revisions before they're presented to the County Commission. So if you're interested in attending one of those workshops, the first will be held today at the Administration Building on Ringling Boulevard in Sarasota. The other two will be on Monday at the Jacaranda Library in Venice and also at the Gulfgate Library in Sarasota.
It is 6:35 now. People living near Bradenton's GT Bray Park are asking the county to keep a closer watch on weekend softball games. They say home runs are causing thousands of dollars in damage to their houses. They say softballs flying over a tree line and hitting nearby homes are causing big problems after hours. Homeowners say the players rarely notice any signs. The county admits there's a communication glitch between the Parks and Rec staff and softball tournament directors.
Open play is very difficult to manage. That happens where folks decide upon themselves to do something that's inappropriate, and we don't always have a staff member on site.
You wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning with the ping of a bat hitting a softball, and you just cringe and wait to hear the thump of the ball hitting the roof.
Now, the county is reviewing its budget to either hire more staff or enhance the buffers between the fields and nearby homes. Interesting problem there. Well, years after it was first designed, an affordable housing complex in Venice is yet to be built.
And city officials say money is holding that project up. Our Christopher Brantley explains.
On this empty field, there is supposed to be an entire condo unit for those on a fixed income. But as you can see, there's nothing there. 10 years ago, this is what stood here. Two-story, affordable homes called Grove Terrace.
They were old, run down, deteriorated, and finally condemned.
The buildings had to be torn down and the residents had to go.
All the people that were living in the subsidized housing at that time left. Now they were given vouchers.
The plan at the time was to build a two-phase, brand new complex for anyone who couldn't afford much rent. 10 years later, only one phase has been completed, but it's for ages 62 and up. It does nothing to help the younger families who work full-time jobs.
Some have, unfortunately, have some income, but not enough to sustain themselves in what we would call a traditional lifestyle.
Only a few hundred feet from where this project is supposed to be built, you can see clear evidence that several people are right now living underneath the Venice Avenue Bridge. If they could even afford a small income, the project would help them. But the project is run through the federal government's Housing and Urban Development, or HUD. It would take about $11.6 million to build Phase 2, but that money is set aside in a lottery system that each year Venice keeps losing. If ever they win that lottery system, all Venice needs is an additional $650,000 and the project can begin. During budget talks this week, the City of Venice agreed to pay a large portion of the remaining $650,000, but there is still no guarantee that HUD will fund the project. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Also in Venice, a no swim advisory is now in effect for the area around the popular fishing pier. Water quality testing showed the amount of bacteria is high right now. The beaches are open, but wading and swimming and water recreation is not recommended as long as the advisory is in place. It will remain in effect until follow-up tests meet water quality standards. The good news is the next test is planned for later today.
Drowning is an all too common problem here on the Suncoast. That's why the Northport Police Department says they've responded to 5 near drownings and 1 fatal drowning since 2014, and most of the cases involved small children. Drowning is actually the leading cause of unintentional death of children ages 1 to 4. To raise awareness, officers will be hosting a pool safety and family fun day this Saturday tomorrow at the Northport YMCA pool. Parents will be able to learn about safety equipment and precautions you can take when your little ones are near the water.
For the first time this season, volunteers are coming to the aid of dozens of sea turtle hatchlings. Moat officials say wildlife disturbed a nest on Minnesota Beach. Volunteers with the Coastal Wildlife Club brought the 51 loggerhead turtles to Moat's Hatchling Hospital. Within 24 hours, all the turtles were doing well again and released, this time on Turtle Beach, ironically enough. Moat marine biologists say on average only 1 out of every 1,000 hatchlings grow to reach maturity. It's been a busy season. Mote Marine has already documented more than 2,000 nests between Longboat Key and Venice. And here's a photo sent in from one of our Good Morning Suncoast viewers. Thanks to Cindy Desmond, caught an action shot on Nokomis Beach with an osprey with a fish in its talons. Thank you, Cindy, for that shot. Woo! And if you've got any great pictures, send them this way. You get to our page at mysuncoast.com or on facebook.com/abc7.
That osprey was beautiful, was it not? It's a great shot.
The fish disagreed.
Cindy always sends in great shots.
Yeah,
she's really good. She's one of several that send in some really fabulous shots.
We love those sunrise shots as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a nice one out there this morning.
Oh, good to hear.
Indeed, we do. We're looking at some pleasant weather through the day, if you like hot and humid, but not a lot of rain showers around. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Also still ahead, Dennis Rodman has said he considers North Korean leader Kim Jong-un a friend for life.
We'll tell you why one human rights group is now calling for his removal from the Basketball Hall of Fame after this.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Drive into Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota and discover big savings during the Drive and Discover event. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab for as low as $24,999. Or get more legroom and maximum comfort with a new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $10,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251. What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
An air temperature outside of 73 degrees and a dew point of 71 with plenty of sunshine out there is leading to what will end up being a very warm, humid, muggy afternoon. Southeast wind at 6 continues to pump moisture in at the surface. That's the key, at the surface. Aloft, it's pretty dry. 73 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia at 74, so is Mayaca, Parrish at 73, Bradenton at 73, Longboat Key comes in at 78, and Lakewood Ranch comes in at 74. Further to the south, Venice at 76, so is Inglewood, and Northport comes in at 75. Dry start to the morning. The morning commute will be absolutely rain-free, and just a few scattered showers out in Gulf waters. Mariners may see a shower or two out in the Gulf, kind of brought up by the southeast wind this morning. But as the atmosphere starts to warm and mix, I think you'll see less of that during the mid-morning and afternoon. They could return again this evening, though. Showers to the north of us are in basically two clusters. They are occurring along a frontal boundary and occurring on what's left over of the moisture from Cindy. Now a tropical depression moving off to the north and to the east through the Ohio Valley eventually. This low pressure area will team up with a frontal boundary to the north, become one really, as the moisture is just squeezed out of this system, and perhaps rainfall amounts of an additional 7 inches possible in some locations, bringing total rainfall amounts to very impressive levels. A lot of the rain may actually fall in catchment basins of the Mississippi, so downstream there could be a problem next week as some of those rivers, some of those tributaries crest. Also, we're looking at some fairly heavy rainfall that occurred in parts of Florida. We had over 8, almost 9-inch rainfalls in parts of Pensacola, around Pensacola yesterday. We get the 3 H's here on the Suncoast: hot, hazy, and humid. That'll be the case today with daytime highs topping out in the low 90s. Isolated showers late in the day, but I'll tell you what, the rain shower chance today less than we might normally see at this time of year, but better weekend rain chances. And the reason for that is the dry air aloft, indicated by these tan contours, will be replaced by a little bit more humidity over the weekend, and that will help support a little bit better rain chances. Severe thunderstorms not in the forecast for us, but there is a chance of that along the Ohio Valley and down to the deep south as well, in the path of that remnant low pressure area. Also, we have across our region maybe a thunderstorm or two as we head into today and into tomorrow, but nothing severe anticipated for us. Quick look at the tropics. The Atlantic looks very quiet right now. Nothing here to concern ourselves with. And a kind of dying cluster of showers and thunderstorms in the Caribbean with no signs of organization here. The next 5 days should be free and clear of any kind of tropical development. Southwest wind at about 5 to 10 today, increasing to about 10 knots during the evening, again out of the southwest as we develop that sea breeze. That'll create a shower or two in inland areas. Moderate chop decreasing to a light chop with 2 to 3 foot seas. Forecast calling for about a 10% chance of showers today. That's it. Lots of sunshine and warm temperatures. Over the weekend, rain chances go up a bit. Then that front back to our west stalls out over Florida and brings us increased rain chances for next work week. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Let's take a look at traffic. 301 both north and southbound, really seeing your biggest slowdowns throughout Manatee County. A little bit of slowdowns as you head into downtown Bradenton. I-75 looking good as we head into Sarasota County. Really your biggest congestion is on Clark Road and heading towards the interstate, and on 41 heading southbound into South County as we head throughout that area. Just a few slowdowns on Business 41 as you head into Venice. It's 6:47 on your Friday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, tick-borne diseases are on the rise.
There have been 5 different tick-borne diseases identified. One reason for the increase, wait for it, the rising tick population. That's been spurred by an increase in prey animal populations. Deer ticks feed primarily on deer and mice. Those populations have been growing in recent years. Your best defense, check yourself and your kids for ticks after you spend lots of time outside.
A CDC advisory committee recommends once again that flu mist, the nasal spray vaccine, not be used during the upcoming flu season. Last year, a study by the company that makes flu mist found it to be 46% effective compared with the flu shot's 65% effectiveness. The parent company is working to find out why it's less effective. In the meantime, flu experts say you're better off braving the shot. In entertainment news today, a human rights group is asking that Dennis Rodman be thrown out of the Basketball Hall of Fame for his ties to North Korea.
Yeah, he's described the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un as a friend for life, but the Victims of Communism Memorial Foundation argue that they want to remove him from the Hall of Fame, which they think will send a message that America opposes the North Korean regime. The group has launched a change.org petition demanding that Rodman be tossed out of the hall.
And Britain's Prince Philip is now out of a London hospital. Buckingham Palace says the 96-year-old husband of Queen Elizabeth was released this morning after being treated for an infection. Prince Philip announced just last month that he would be stepping away from public life later this year.
And the Queen has reigned now for over 65 years, but according to Prince Harry, few in the royal family envy her. In an interview with Newsweek, Prince Harry says, quote, "Is there anyone of the royal family who wants to be king or queen? I don't think so, but we will carry out our duties at the right time." He says the monarchy was a force for good, but suggested that he and Prince William are trying to overhaul its image.
Queen Elizabeth, 65
Well,
years.
there's that too, but the boys are trying to change be careful what you wish for. They've got a pretty good gig going on, I think, right now. 10 to 7 right now, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. Yoga fans rejoice. There's a new class mixing yoga and beer.
Interesting. Well, we'll tell you how this group is trying to find the ultimate way to relax. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
It's a star-spangled 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. With 2.5 acres, Bacon's is Southwest Florida's largest furniture showroom. Beautiful furniture in any style, for any budget, with savings of 30, 50, even 70% off throughout the store. Celebrate your independence with extra savings on all Flex Steel furniture. Come see why Bacon's is voted the #1 place to buy furniture year after year. The 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. on ABC 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
It does things that seem impossible. Feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
You know, if you ordered fried eggs, sunny side up, your breakfast is ready. Look at that.
That is actually the sun. Beautiful shot this morning.
After so many days of clouds and rain, what a nice change of pace
know.
to see that beautiful sunshine fill your TV screen this morning.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. Beautiful day shaping up. A little hot, a little humid, but I'll take it with a sunrise like that.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's take a look at some of the top stories here on the Suncoast for you today.
A 13-year-old boy shot and killed his 12-year-old brother in Bradenton yesterday. Police believe it was an accident. It happened on 12th Avenue West.
Plus, history was made last night for IMG Academy at the NBA draft. With the 6th pick of the draft, the Orlando Magic selected IMG Academy alum Jonathan Isaac. He's now the highest selection in the draft in IMG history. Isaac is from the class of 2016. He went on to play at Florida State.
Not for long. And a former Ringling Brothers train car caught fire in Palmetto. It was in the process of being disassembled for scrap metal when a spark caused the fire to begin.
Well, taking a look at traffic this morning, looks like Manatee County's pretty quiet. State Road 7301, not seeing a whole lot of congestion. Downtown Bradenton looking good. And Sarasota County, there are some slowdowns on 41 heading southbound and also heading northbound as you pass by Clark Road as we head into South County. Pretty quiet. Some slowdowns on Business 41 as you head in and around Venice. John?
Nice day today. I think we'll have less than average rain chances with lots of sunshine around. As we head into the weekend, we'll see a few more scattered showers around. But it's next week when a frontal boundary stalls over Florida and brings enhanced rainfall chances.
All right, John, some yogis in Indiana have found a unique way to relax. They're combining yoga with beer.
Oh, goodness.
Yoga lovers met at a brew house and in between downward-facing dog and cobra poses, took sips of beer. Instructors say it's a way to make them sometimes less serious in practice, a little more lively. You have to see the beer, though. Right now, only a few beer yoga classes are scheduled. There it is. But organizers are hoping to make this a permanent feature. Good
idea. It's all fun and games until you start falling over.
Yeah, don't spill that beer.
I know. Well, you guys met my sister last week who was here today. Is her 17th birthday, so a big happy birthday to her. My mom is watching in California. She watches every morning, so I just wanted to wish her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. She's getting up early.
My mom watches. She's a loyal viewer of Good Morning Suncoast.
Love to hear that. All right, enjoy your Friday and your weekend, folks.
Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next.